Texters, we are still fine-tuning our skills in lookup and reference. Today, we'll be exploring two functions, HLOOKUP and XLOOKUp. Let's dive right in. Texters, if you haven't seen my previous video on index and VLOOKUP, kindly find time to go and watch, as this is a build up on that video. Today we are exploring, like I said earlier, HLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. We start with HLOOKUP. Let me type that in the formula builder. It looks for a value in the top row of a table or array of values and returns the value in the same column from a row you specify. Let me take that again. It looks for a value in the top row of a table or array of values and returns the value in the same column from a row you specify. So what HLOOKUP is trying to say is that whenever you have a data set, it looks at the first row. When you give it your lookup value, for example, I take Charlie as my lookup value because it's in the first row. It looks at Charlie, tries to find its column. It's in column D. So now whenever I give it row 5, it just goes to column D and then tries to find the value there. Let me take it again. For example, I'm trying to find the salary of Bob. So what it does is that it comes to first row, which is Bob, where I have Bob, and then looks at the column where it can find Bob. It's in column C or column 3. So now when I give it row 5, it then comes to column 3, row 5, and finds that value and then brings out 60,000 as the value. So let's try it here. We are trying to find the salary of Bob. So let's put in our equal to sign, HLOOKUP. I pick Bob, table array. So I choose this, Command Shift left down to highlight everything, comma. The row index, I'm looking at 4, and then false. I need the closest match. Enter. So you see, I have 60,000 because it goes to row 1 and then finds Bob that I said I needed, or Charlie, whatever I choose, and then finds the column that it's in. Whenever I choose the row number from which I want to find my return value, it just finds the intersection between that row and then the column it's found Bob, and then gives me the value there. Right, let's do it a second time. So I want to find the department of Frank. So I'm going to come here, Franks, and then come here and write my formula here, equal to HLOOKUP I pick Frank, comma, the table array, this Command Shift left down, comma, which row am I looking for? I'm looking for row 3 because this is 1, 2, 3. Note, you are counting according to the table you highlighted. So it's in row 3. So 3, exact match. Enter. So I have HR. Frank's department is HR. So assuming I have a huge data set, I can just use HLOOKUP to navigate and then find the values I'm looking for. Now, note, HLOOKUP works best if you have your attributes in the left column. So here, the people's name, their age, their department, and their salary, right? So that I can have their values in column. HLOOKUP works best for data sets like this. So I have 5 people. I have the attributes here, their name, their age, their department, their salary. So the first person's name is Alice, second person is Bob, third person is Charlie, and then their details beneath that. Right, so this is how simply you can use HLOOKUP. Let's look at the syntax again. You first write your equal to sign, the name of the function, the lookup value, which is either Bob, Charlie, whatever it is, but at least it should be in the first row. Then comma, your table range. My table starting from here. I don't need the title, I don't need the heading, so I just decided to start from here all through to the end. Then you have to give it the row from which you're trying to find your return value. So for this particular one, we're looking at departments, and then we counted according to the table we highlighted, row 1, row 2, row 3. So we gave it 3, and then we want an exact match. We don't want something close to department. No, we just wanted the exact match. So we chose false and then enter, and then we had HR. So that's how you use HLOOKUP. Okay, so let's move to XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP is a bit more dynamic. It can work through two separate tables or even the same table. So for example, I want to find the name of the person who is in finance. I want to find the name of the person who is in finance because I have finance just appearing once. Now, if I chose IT, that's duplicate. IT is duplicating itself, so it might give us an error. So that's why I'm choosing finance. I'm trying to find the name of the person who is in finance. Now, you realize that the difference between HLOOKUP and XLOOKUP is that HLOOKUP, I am only restricted to the first row. But with XLOOKUP, I'm not restricted at all. I can just pick from any range for my lookup value and any range for my return value. So let's move on to it. Let me show you how to write that. Let's name it finance. Then I'm writing my formula here, equal to sign XLOOKUP. Okay, so it says give me the lookup value. The lookup value here is finance. I can decide to choose this finance. If I had spelled the finance just the way I spelled this, then I could have just picked this cell as my lookup value. But if not, let's just pick the finance. So we'll try it both ways. I'll edit the spelling for this finance to match this, the casing. Then we'll try that and see if it will work. So D4 is my lookup value. Now it's saying, give me the lookup array. Where can I find finance? Finance is in row 4, right? Finance is in row 4. So either you give it this column or give it this row. Any of them will work. So I want to give it this row. I can choose A4 through to G4, comma, the return array. The return array, I want you to find the name of the person. The name of the person. So the name is in row 2. So also A2 through to G2. What should it return if not found? Just write not found. And then I want an exact match. And that's right, it's found Charlie. So let's take it again. We're trying to find the name of the person who was in the Department of Finance, right? So we just wrote finance here, came here and wrote the formula down. We used XLOOKUP. The lookup value starts first, which is finance, what we are trying to look for. And then the lookup array, where can we find this finance? It's in this row. So to get this row, that's in A4 through to G4. That's what we have here, comma. And then the next one is saying the return array. Where can I find this? Okay, go and look in the name. So in the name row, we reference that's what? A2 through to G2. Right. And then what happens if I don't find what I'm looking for? If not found, what should I type? Type not found. All right. And then match mode. I'm looking for the exact match. So that's 0. And then enter. And then we get Charlie. Just what we are looking for. Let's do one last example. So let's say we've been hearing rumors. There's this guy who has a salary of 70,000. He's the highest paid employee in this company. Let's try to find out who that person is. So we are trying to get the name of that person. So let's come to this cell, type 70,000, question mark. Who is the face behind this 70,000? So I come to this cell, equal to sign my formula XLOOKUP. The search value or the lookup value is 70,000. We are trying to find the face behind 70,000, comma. The lookup array, where can I find the 70,000? It's in the salary row. It's in the salary row. So A5 through to G5. Okay. And then what am I looking for? I'm trying to find the name. And where can I find the name? It's in the name row in row 2. So A2 through to G2, comma. What should I return if I don't find it? Return not found. That means there's actually nobody earning 70,000. It's just a rumor. But if it isn't, I want an exact match. Don't give me a name of somebody earning a little below 70,000 or higher. I just need someone earning 70,000 in this company. So exact match. Enter. Oh, we realize that the person is David. David is the highest paid person in the group. Okay, we see you, David. Right, so this is how you can use XLOOKUP and HLOOKUP to search up values in your data sets. I hope this was an easy concept to grab. You should try and do more practice and then it will come easily to you. Hope to see you in the next video.